Speaking of college, we're going to have you take a look at your screen right now. This that you see there is called the Quix. It's from Quix Labs, and it's the first all-in-one disposable aerosol system with a reduced nicotine content that empowers users to ultimately kick the vaping habit. And it was invented by a local Westchester University student. So this is pretty cool. We have the inventor himself here this morning. We've got Zach Starr, who is a sophomore at Westchester. It's great to have you, Zach.
Thank you for having me on. Much appreciated.
Of course. And also with you, we have your mentor, who is Diggin. So welcome to the show, guys. Very exciting.
Thank you.
So, Zach, as we mentioned, you're only a sophomore, still got a few years of college left, and you're already inventing things. Make this make sense. How are you already doing this?
I try not to overthink it too much, but I've been in, I guess, entrepreneurship for a long time. Started my own travel agency when I was 11. In fifth grade, my dad helped me set it up. And look, it's not the biggest business in the world, but it helps me with accounting and filing taxes. I've been using tax software since 2014. So over the years, I've kind of been doing it. And just this company, over the last few I've been building and seeing all of the problems out there, it was way too striking to be like, okay, I have to fix it.
Yeah, so what inspired you to create this product?
I'd say, funny enough, I started this company when I was in high school. I was in 11th grade right before the pandemic sort of started. I had the idea, and just seeing so many of my fellow students that were vaping, using all these high nicotine devices, I never was a user of it, but I thought to myself, these are human beings that deserve the right to better choice, and I figured that there has to be a better way, and I sought out to fix it.
And how long of a process has this been for you? I know you said you kind of started it, the wheels were turning in high school. So, but now you're waiting on FDA approval, so you're getting much closer to, I guess, the start of being able to sell the product, correct?
For sure. It's tricky. It's really a cat and mouse game when it comes to getting funds to get the approval, but then you need the traction and demonstration to do it. So we actually launched in the UK 2 weeks ago now. April 15th, we went through the MHRA approval process, which is their equivalent of the FDA. We're selling there currently. We're going into pharmacies, going into direct to consumer with our website. And really our goal with that is to demonstrate this is something that's for consumers. They want it, they're using it, they're having success with it, and use that as we come back to the United States. And our goal is to really go global, because this is truly a global pandemic, so to speak. I know we've heard that word quite a lot, but smoking, tobacco addiction, it's really a global issue.
And this is a way to empower people who are currently vaping to hopefully quit vaping.
For sure. It is the most practical option that exists, because right now there's really low success rates with nicotine replacement therapy, with different pharmaceuticals. The hand-to-mouth feel is very important for a lot of users, and if we don't give them practical steps in order to have that opportunity, they're going to be stuck using these products forever.
And Zach, you obviously have been an entrepreneur since you've been very young, but would you say going to Westchester University has helped you with your entrepreneurial skills?
It's been great. Really, it's as good as you're going to make it. So you can go to school and go to class and do the bare minimum, call it a day, get your degree, or what you can do is take the initiative to access the resources, go through the networking process. When I met with Professor Diggin, when I met with the university, I understood the importance of a network, and I knew that I had to initiate, go out, have those early conversations, and then from there it's just connections. The Cottrell Center has been phenomenal at giving me these connections. I met my first investor this way, I met my CFO this way, so really it's what you make of it, but Westchester University has been a phenomenal resource for what I've been able to do.
Well, it sounds like even though you're only a sophomore, you've been very productive in college so far, so let's pull your mentor into it. So Patty, what have you been helping Zach with in this process? What's your relationship?
So I'm the director of the Cottrell Entrepreneurship Center at Westchester University, and Zach actually came in and introduced himself to me probably 1 week into the beginning of his first semester as a freshman.
Wow.
Came in, told me what he was working on, said, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm gonna make this happen. And that's what we do for students at the university. We take their ideas to start a small business, to create an invention, and we provide a network and support for them so that they can advance their business. Yeah, we're very involved in the community, so we bring those community connections back to our students, and that's what's really, you know, what we're really all about.
And I'm sure you see a lot of students with great ideas, students who want to be entrepreneurs, but are you impressed by Zach?
Zach is a star. He came in with the perfect name. When he first told me his name, I'm like,
oh yeah, Zach
that's
Starr,
a great name for an entrepreneur. We do have a lot of promising students, but I would say that Zach is an exception. His determination, his work, his drive is really unique, and it's something special to see, and we're very proud to have him at Westchester University. It just speaks well for us.
And Zach, for other people out there who are watching that maybe are in high school or in college themselves, and maybe they want to invent something, but they don't even know where to start or don't know if they're capable of doing it, what would your advice be to them?
Well, first, it's not easy. By no means is it. You're in for a long road, a lot of weekends, long early mornings. And so really I'd say that with that being said, as long as they're willing to accept that challenge and acknowledge it, the first part is knowing what you don't know. And that is the most scary part, is when you're naive and you don't know what you don't know. Anything can hit you over the head. I was very fortunate, maybe during the pandemic with downtime to blame. I found a really good team with medical industry experts, with financial people that have worked at some of the biggest accounting firms in the country. And with that connection, I was able to build this company, build my social skills, spend a lot of days on Zoom doing pitches and having conversations. My first piece of advice is build something concrete that people first want to invest their time in, utilize those people to keep building the company further, and then people will invest their money either as an investor or as your early customers. That's another form a lot of people don't think about. Focus on the customers first, think about what they want to see on the market, and make sure you're always talking to them throughout your invention process.
Well, and clearly you've been really great at networking and using the resources around you, hence your mentor here today. So thank you so much, Zach, for joining us, and I'm sure you are an inspiration to so many.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having us on.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thanks
for
having us.
Of course.